Paulie the bookie told me to tell you hellos. Kidding. Anyway, hello YouTube. I figured I'd make another daily vlog. So, gonna revisit that camera. I'm gonna revisit that topic that I was talking about earlier about how my air conditioning isn't working. Apparently, they were supposed to come, people who are going to fix it, the AC that is, they were supposed to come tomorrow in the morning, first thing. Now they're coming tomorrow in the afternoon, and they don't tell us what time they're coming. They just say, we'll be here in the afternoon, or we'll be here in the morning, or, what do you want? They don't tell us anything, okay? That's why I'm ranting about this, because I'm pissed. But we live in Florida, which is neither in the deep south, but it's not in the north. And quite frankly, that gets very annoying, because either you're from the deep south, or you're from that part of the south that's in the west that's not considered the deep south, but you're technically considered in the west, even though you're in the south. They don't call us Easterners, they call us Southerners, but the people in Arizona and in New Mexico are Westerners, not Southerners. I guess it's because they're not in the deep south, but I'm getting off track here. What I'm going to tell you now, I want you to remember, because someday you are all going to be, like, I suppose that I suppose that you eventually will be grandparents or something, and one day you'll tell your children the story of ML Jangles' hilarious story, so put your kids in front of the camera and let them hear this good old children's story, if I may. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Matt. Dang camera. That's me. Once upon a time, there was a boy named Matt. And one day, the compressor on his air conditioning unit broke. Although they had new coils on their air conditioning unit, they could not have an operating air conditioning unit because there was no compressor. So, Matt wallowed in anguish and agony and terrible hair while he was waiting for the air conditioner to be fixed. Although he knew that the day would come when he realized the air conditioning units and the trash men and taxes are just a way of the freaking government to take the taxpayers' money and use them in odd ways. I'm getting off track again. You see, we have American Home Shield. Living in Florida as we do, we have American Home Shield. American Home Shield sucks. Just wanted to put that out there. That's part of the problem. The other problem is our air conditioning company that also sucks. I don't remember their name, but if I do, let me just say, they suck. Because regardless of whether or not you're nice to them, or if you're shouting that the consultant there is a useless communist, it doesn't work, because in the end, they just like to take your money and make you feel bad about yourself. Hey, it's funny. I didn't know that talking to the people at the air conditioner company was the same as a marriage. Bazinga! Kidding. Another thing I wanted to discuss. Yet again, I have been proven wrong. Kidding. I actually thought this would happen. Apparently, the people in Washington who were going to mess up our lives have yet again, at the last second, well, more like literally the last hour, signed the debt deal. Or whatever. I don't necessarily know the official name, because unfortunately I have neglected looking at the paper recently. Or at the news, because I forgot to read all that much about it. I know the gist of what it's about, but yeah. So, basically, the last possible hour before before everything just went to the doghouse, they signed the dang thing and authorized it and sent it to dang Barack. So that's the end of that. Except not really, because now we still have all this debt we have to deal with. So, although the highlight of it was when, Gabrielle Giffords walked in, because, I consider myself a conservative, sort of, but I don't see a reason why the Democrats and the Republicans can't, negotiate and meet in the middle. But, the fact of the matter is that I personally admire Ms. Giffords, because she is, she examples the American spirit. So, another thing too, I went to this shop that has Catholic items and gifts, and I got a new rosary today. So, and by the way, I'm not crazy. Don't let the glasses fool you. I'm not crazy. I'm just eccentric. So, by the way, why don't you just ask this in general? If you know who Barbara Streisand is, please type the word Babs in the comments, because really, I want to know how many of my viewers, and I know there are very few of you, I want to know how many of you know who the heck Barbara Streisand is, because really, it's gotten to the point, I personally adore Barbara Streisand's music, and her films, and her acting, but it's occurred to me that no one else but a few of the people that I know, that I talk to, actually know, who are my age, know who Barbara Streisand is. So, please type Babs in the comments if you know who she is.